Wow, what an amazing garden. I'm here in a 12-year-old garden. The owners are Gay and Trevor Kirk, and it is beautiful. This garden is linked by beautiful lawns, established trees, mass plantings, and loads of interesting bits. Something that Gay hasn't been afraid of is to do mass planting. And very often people get quite overwhelmed because they think, oh, my garden's just going to be plain and simple. The fact that mass planting is being used here so effectively and in quite a tricky area under these big trees. And big trees, it's always really difficult to garden underneath. But look at this, it's an oasis. And it's been done with clever swoops of mass plantings. So right here, just at my feet, I've got little armeria. It's called the sea holly, believe it or not, but we're very far from the sea. The good thing about this little guy is it can grow right on the coast, up to the mountains where it snows, just like East Griqualand. Beyond it is Lamium maculatum. Look at that beautiful silver foliage. And then the purpley pink flowers just held proud above it. But what is distinctive here are the layers. There's one layer of armeria. And then stepping up to the next height, we've got this beautiful layer of the Lamium. And then for a bit of punch and a bit of contrast, look at the little creeping Jenny, that golden little lush ground cover that really makes your eye immediately go there. And just flanked at the back, some lovely irises with a complete different shape and texture. And really, guys, in a small garden, this could be replicated in terms of groups of 5s, 9s, or any uneven number, remember, and never just one plant. So, go planting, get your ground covers in, and deal with the shade. We always hear about the word rooms being thrown around by landscapers, designers about your garden. Well, here is a perfect example of one room. Here's the door, that's the arch, leading us into the next room. The arch makes a perfect break, you know, a break in the mood, in the atmosphere, plus it gives you a bit of height. I love the flooring, old sleepers, used with that little Lysimachia, the creeping Jenny that we spoke about, and the most fragrant, beautiful, tight little roses. And they've been used a white and then a peachy pink interplaced along the arch, which is literally going to draw you down. That's how we change rooms and atmosphere within the garden. See those cows there? We can look at it two ways. We can look at walking stakes or loads of manure. I'm going to stick with manure this time because that's what this garden has had loads of. And you can see how beautiful these 3 trees are. They're called Simone poplars. Poplars are quick growing, upright, narrow, tall, and you can see by the grouping. 3s, guys, I've told you before, either one or you're going to start in your groups. And what a better way to create a focal point within your garden, get a bit of height, but notice the way that they've been pruned. The trunks are lifted. Beautiful, sexy stems, the best part of trees. If they weren't, you then wouldn't get that gorgeous view. Once again, the repetition of the beautiful swathes of ground covers, looking fantastic. But remember, if you've got trees back home, you want to see this part, because this is the part that tells the story. Another great feature within this garden is the clever use of materials that can be found on a farm. Yep. You can't like pop off to a garden centre to go and buy a piece of trellis or a little water feature, because that's about an hour and a half away. So what do you use? Well, take a look at that clever water feature. Using the cuts of the plough implement that have been used to create the levels and an old milk pail. Isn't that wicked? I love the planting, big groups of arum lilies here, but I mean, look at them. They are healthy and happy because they're in a bit of shade, wet feet, nice and boggy. Also in the shade, a plant that does amazingly well here, and in fact will do across South Africa, whether you're on the coast or whether it gets very cold, are aquiledias. Forgiving little plants, don't need much water, and they pop up with these little bell-like flowers that are just too gorgeous. Well, guys, I think I've found my spot for the rest of the day. Take a look at that awesome feature up there. Beautiful old frame. It's been taken, popped against the wall. It's taken a bland wall to a whole new level. That's another focal point and a great feature. the petunias that are just kind of falling over, trailing off the edge. I think that's a really cool idea. Well, here's a garden of true inspiration. I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed walking around and taking you through the sections. Remember, it's about ground covers, it's about mass planting, it's about sexy trees, and it's about giving things the space to breathe. Take home the inspiration. Remember, we've got to find just one thing that we can replicate in our gardens to make it ours, just as Gay has done in this garden.